over some of the stitch functions on the Charlotte by EverSewn. Just so you know, all that information is in here. It's all in your instruction manual, and I'm just kind of flipping through it and trying some things out. The stitch you're going to use the most is the straight stitch. When you turn the machine on, it starts off in the straight stitch. But you might want it to be a longer stitch or a shorter stitch, or not a wider stitch, but that moves the needle over side to side. So you want to set up your needle. So let's say I wanted to move the needle clear over to the right hand side, I would press mode and then hold this till it goes to 7 and it's set. Now if I want to go back in the other direction, here's what's interesting about this machine. If I hold it down, see how it stopped and flashed at 3.5? It does you a favor. It stops right in its like normal position. Well, now I can keep going down to 0 if I want. So it does keep going. The same thing happens with the length. So I'm going to press mode. Now we're on the length. I'm going to go up to, goes up to 4.5. Well, now I'm going to go back this way. Oh, it just stopped and started flashing at the standard 2.5. Now if I want to keep going to 0, it does that. So you can set your length that way. Now, if you want to change to one of these fun decorative stitches, let's say I want to do stitch number 49, then what I'm going to do is go back up to here, and then I want this to say 49. So if I press this, I can press that up to 9. Now I'm going to press this one up to 4. Now I've got 49. Now if I want to do an adjustment to 49, let's say I want 49 to be wider, now I can go to mode and I can move the width around, or I can go to mode again and change the length of it. But it's just going to change the length and width of this stitch. Now if I want to go back to my straight stitch, I'll just press the straight stitch button and I'm good to go. And that's how you do straight stitch, decorative mode, and do your right to left with this machine having just 3 buttons. Now, something to keep in mind when you are doing different stitches. Some stitches require a different presser foot. For instance, the machine comes with the T, the letter T foot already installed, and a lot of the common stitches you have the presser foot T. Now when you start getting into the decorative ones, some of them say you need the presser foot A. A is this clear one. It's the satin stitch presser foot. So keep in mind, different stitches can require a different foot installed in your machine. Here's a whole nother page with a whole row of A or T for the decorative ones. When you start getting into E and F and those ones, that's when you're doing more of your stretch stitch kind of things, some other utility ones. And then D is your button hole foot. But just keep in mind, if you're doing the decorative ones especially, you may need to switch out to this one for the decorative stitches. I'm going to go back to that stitch number 49 and just kind of show you how I would set things up to do that one. So I would, like before, press this up to 9, press this one up to 4. I'm going to leave it in the same width and length it comes in. But now I've got to switch over to the satin foot. So let's lift the presser foot up, release this one down. Go ahead and get this one in place. And then you don't need to backstitch with decorative stitches, so you can just get it, set it up and start sewing. I'm just going to use the button here. Now when you're doing a decorative stitch like this, you do need to hang on to the fabric. I'm holding on to it to steer it nice and straight, because it will start going crooked if you just sit there not holding it. You've got to stay in control of your fabric. So I'm going to stop and take a look. And that's a really cute stitch. This is a fun machine. So open your manual and try some of these fun decorative stitches. And try some of them a little wider and a little shorter and taller. There's a lot of variety to each one of these stitches. So get started on those and start getting familiar with the way your Charlotte works. It's a great machine. Have a lot of fun.